Lovely channel. Right before we get into it, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you are alerted each and every time Star posts a new video. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Number one, pray for what you want. A lot of people want to be happy and want to find the right person, the person that they're going to spend the rest of their lives with, the person that is going to complete them. You know, they other half. A lot of people are looking for the right man, the right woman, but nobody is praying. Yeah, there's somebody on this earth for everybody, and you have to take initiative to write down what you want, like what qualities you want in a man, what qualities you want in a woman. Write it down and pray it to pass. You know, like, God, I want a man who does this. I want a man who looks like this. I want a man, you know, who has a heart like this, a man who's into this. Guys, the Bible says in Mark 11, verse 24, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. It's so similar to the women that are into manifesting. They write down what they want, they believe it, they attract it, they receive it. But if you do it God's way, you know, you look at what he says in his word, ask for it in prayer. You ask God, ask him for it in prayer, and believe that you have it and it will be yours. But a lot of the times, us women don't want to wait and complain. And you see a lot of women who are impatient. You know, they say that they're praying for a husband, but, you know, they're dating all the wrong men. They're looking to be pursued by the wrong men. They're not waiting on God. They're not praying for what they want. They're just complaining that they're single and they're being complacent. And it's just a whole mess. So you want to pray for what you want in a man. Pray for your dream man. Pray for your dream woman. You know, if you envision yourself being married or being happy or in a happy relationship, you have to pray for it until you receive it. But until you receive it, you have to be willing to wait for what you deserve. It's not worth settling. It's not worth wasting your time. But it's so worth it when you work on yourself and then God brings that right person into your life. It's beautiful. And there's so many testimonies online of many women and many men who prayed for a spouse and God blessed them. And up until this day, they don't regret waiting on the right person. Number two, I know you are so tired of repetitive cycles. How many of y'all have been dating? The person is not who they was in the beginning. 2 months in, 3 months in, you're disappointed, your feelings is hurt, and you got to start all over by letting your guard down, getting to know the next man, you know, building a bond, and then he disappoints you, and then now you hurt, and then now you got to heal again, and then you dating this new guy, and you know, he's handsome, and you're excited for where things are going to go, and you really think he's the one, and you telling all your friends, girl, I think I found the one, he looked good, he calling me all the time, and then he disappoint you. How many of y'all are so tired of getting cheated on? You tired of men lying to you? You tired of giving yourself to men who don't deserve you? There's a solution for all of this. You don't have to waste your time. You don't have to give yourself away to nobody who don't deserve you. You don't have to keep dating with no success, dating to no avail. When you pray for what you want and you wait on God and you recognize the red flags, then when you meet a man who you want to give a chance and he shows you a red flag and God confirms it in your spirit that this is not who I have for you, you're able to walk away from him just in time and not waste months with him, not waste years with him. You know, not have a baby out of wedlock and now you're stuck, you know, because y'all got to come together for the sake of the kids. Nobody wants that. And I don't bash anyone who's in that situation. But I'm just saying, when you're waiting on God, what are you doing when you're waiting on God to send you your husband, to send you your wife? You're praying for what you want. You have to pray for your future marriage. Secure your marriage in prayer so that it will be successful. You have to be tired of going through the same thing over and over. Girl, aren't you tired of being hurt? Aren't you tired of being let down? Aren't you tired of men using you for your body? Aren't you tired of being abused physically, verbally? Aren't you tired? Something has to give. It's not that love is not for you. Love is for you. God is love. But you have to love yourself enough first to suffer in the waiting process and just trust God that he's going to come through for you, that you're going to be happy in the end. and that all the good that you've done for your past ex-boyfriends is going to come back to you full circle in the person that God brings for you. Number 3 is a good reason why you need to wait on God to send you your husband or your wife. You save yourself hurt, agony, stress, and disappointment. Girl, you know, when you waiting on God and you're not wasting your time just talking to any guys, because to be honest, as a woman, there's going to be so many men that want to get to know you. You can't talk to every man that's interested in you. Let's keep it a buck. So when you avoiding the men that you know are definitely not for you, because now you have an idea of what you want, you've written it down on paper, you envision the type of husband you want, you prayed about it. Now when guys approach you, you know in the first few seconds, hold on, this is not what I was praying for. And you know that's not him. And I'm not just going about looks, but you know by, a person's spirit if God sent them. You know what comes out of their mouth. You know how they carry themselves. And most importantly, you know within if that's God sent or devil sent. So you got to be tired of hurting. How many heartbreaks are you going to go through? How much agony can your heart take? How much stress will you keep enduring until you lose all your hair? How much disappointment? How much pain? In order to realize that dating, the way everybody else does it is not working. Let's try dating God's way and let's see how much success that we have. Let's do it God's way. Let's give God a chance. I know it's not common. I know, dating is, not how they do it, nowadays when it comes to religion, like, courting. When you dating in the world, you just dating multiple people, getting to know multiple people. But when you do it God's way, you're focusing on one person. You're seeing if this is the person God sent for you because you're praying for confirmation. You're seeing what this person is about. Do you guys align? Where do you guys see yourself 5 years from now? Can y'all make it work? Let's stop dating the world's way and let's do it God's way. Let's see what God is talking about. Let's see why he wants us to do things his way. How much better is it? How will we benefit from it? It's only one way to find out, and that's if we try it. Number 4, God writes the best love stories. He's the author of love himself. He is love. Now, let me give y'all a successful love story. It's not my own as of yet, but I'm going to share a story about my pastor. Now, my pastor told us, the church, that he went through a breakup, with this woman that he really, really, really loved so much. She just left him for someone who was wealthy, and he didn't have anything at the time. He was so heartbroken. And he just remembered crying on his way, to catch a taxi, in the street. And so he got into the taxi. And it's so funny how God works. He got into the taxi and he sat down. And there was a woman already in the taxi sitting down. And he sat next to her right after he was heartbroken. Right after he was upset because the woman he loved left him for somebody else. Don't you know that woman that was in the cab that pulled up to pick him up was his wife? Until this day, they've been married over 25 years. And they are the most healthiest and happiest married couple I've ever seen in my life. They are so perfect for each other. And that's just to encourage anybody out there who is grieving the loss of a relationship. Maybe you broke up with your ex and maybe y'all was toxic, but maybe you still love him. Maybe you miss him. Maybe, things didn't work between y'all, but you never felt that way about anybody else. When you lose something, sometimes God has to break your heart to save you. And just know, if you are heartbroken, God will restore you. Think about what my pastor went through. He got his heart broken because he was with the wrong woman. And then when he least expected it, God aligned him and he brought the right woman to him. So God will restore you. Any relationship, any friendship that you have lost, know that God will restore you in the perfect timing, and never, ever, ever lose hope. Now, this is a good one. Align yourself properly and go mingle. Now, we got to be real, you guys. Our husbands are not going to come knocking on our door. Even though God could make that happen, he could be like, you know, the UPS guy or the guy delivering your food on Uber Eats. God could make that happen. But at the end of the day, as a woman, if you're praying for what you want, you're taking care of yourself, you know, you want to go out. So maybe go out with your friends, go to a basketball game, a baseball game, you know, maybe go to the mall. You just never know where your husband could be. Like, go to a cookout. Just make sure you are going places and traveling. So that way, you know, you're mixing your faith, which is your prayers for your spouse, with action, you know. So pray and also put yourself out there, you know, go places where there are prominent men, successful men, you know, men who are doctors, or men who, you know, are godly men. Like, maybe you should, you know, go to church conventions, you know, just put yourself out there where you can align yourself to be found by your spouse. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you're going places. A lot of us pray for a husband and we be right in the house watching Netflix, thinking he's supposed to fly through the window, and it just don't work like that. Let's be real. You got to go out, okay? So I encourage you ladies, especially this summer, look good, get up and get out, and believe. Never lose faith in your prayer. Look at Sierra. She prayed for her husband and she waited, and look how happy she is. Look how happy she is. So never lose faith in your prayer, and make sure you are mixing your faith with your actions. This one is super, super important, and this is going to be the last one. Don't wait in vain. Make sure you keep yourself up so when God sends your husband, he recognizes you. Now, I know a lot of ladies, you know, just expect God to send them somebody, but we have to be real. If God sends you somebody, a man wants a woman who, you know, puts herself together real nice. You know, she keeps herself up. Her hygiene is good. You know, her nails are, you know, cut right. They're done right. They're polished right. Her hair is always done. You know, her makeup is looking good. You know, she's dressing nice, fashionable. You know, she carries herself well. She lotions up her body. She smells good. She goes to the gym. Men want women who work out, women who dress nice, women who look good and have great hygiene. You know, a lot of women, you know, they want to be in a relationship, or they can't find the right man to save their life. And sometimes it's not because you haven't prayed. Sometimes it's not because you don't believe. Sometimes you may not have been in a relationship because you don't fix your hair. You know, your hair is in the same hairstyle. You don't moisturize it. It's dry. Maybe your underarms are hairy, you don't shave your underarms. Or maybe, you know, your fingernails are dirty, you don't get your nails done. Or, you know, your style, you know, you dress like an old lady, you know, or, you know, you just don't dress up to par. Like, you don't dress sexy, you don't dress like a high quality woman. And I know it sounds like, you know, harsh, but it's true. You know, change up your hairstyle, put on some makeup. You know, a lot of women say, you know, they don't want to change up their look. They may not want to look different. But at the same time, if a man is used to seeing you look like plain Jane, you know, it's not going to catch his eye. He's going to be looking at the next girl who's shining bright, who changes it up, who changes up her look, who looks different, you know, who's able to really, you know, do it when it comes to fashion. I want you ladies to work on your outer appearance. Start eating healthy, start exercising, start looking good, start changing your clothes. You know, start, if you can afford it, start wearing designer, start trying different hairstyles, learn how to do makeup, get your nails done, keep yourself up, because at the end of the day, men are visual creatures. If you can help it, try to mix your faith with your actions. Pray and take care of your outward appearance. That's all I'm saying. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm giving y'all the real. Y'all know I care about you guys and I love you guys and I'm like a friend to y'all, but I'm just encouraging you guys to look nice, you know, dress nice. When you look good, you feel good. Change up your hair, you know, do a little bit of makeup, get your nails done, your feet done. Look nice so these men will notice you, but stay busy and consistent. Focus on your education, focus on your goals, be hardworking. So when your husband finds you, you know, he's happy. He got a woman that work hard, a woman that's ambitious, motivated, you know, goal oriented, a woman that's doing something with herself. And you're not just at home single and being miserable. No, you're walking in purpose and you are a walking success. Okay, so if you guys like this video, make sure you drop a comment down below. And I want to hear you guys' success stories. You know, many months from now, when you guys meet your husband, I want you to come back to this video and comment down below. And let Star know if you applied these tips and if it worked for you. So I love you guys. Until next time, peace.